Yeah. Oh, hello. Hi. This vlog is gonna be like, so, how's it going? Is the microphone on? Shmee. Shmee, shmee, shmee? Yes, good. Shmee, shmee, shmee. Good morning to you. Good whatever. What's up, guys? Smash that like button, hit subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, please subscribe, but. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. This is Marcucio Rose here. I just want to say what's up from California. This is where I've been staying. If you know me, you know. If you don't, Airstreams are a huge thing in my life. I've built a couple. I just have a deep nostalgic fascination with these trailers, and I get to live in one in California. Just super stoked. Thought I'd give you a little tour and show you around my part of California right now. It's smoky here right now. Like, I think part of the sky being so dark and like when you look out into the mountains, it's just like there's a pretty heavy layer of smoke right now. All the fires that's been going on, it's really brutal. But hey, I'm happy to be out here nonetheless and staying in this. So let's take a tour. That happens way too much in here. I mean, really. I mean, right? It's a good concept, like projector, sound bar, little like, you know, screen that comes up. Great idea. Really great idea. It needs to be higher though. Tall guys like me. Ow. This is where I live. This even becomes like a cool bed, chill pad. Wouldn't have chose leather myself, but it's a nice spot. It's good. It's very multifunctional here. There's a lot you can get done. I do a lot of like computer work here, reading, journaling, setting up my planner, all that stuff. Like kind of takes precedence right here, and it's really nice to, like, in a space like this, a tiny home on wheels kind of space, you really need some kind of desk if you're going to be traveling and doing a lot of work. I do a lot of remote work myself, so this is crucial. The Airstream itself, pretty awesome. I mean, it's long enough, it's got enough features, it's cool. Whoever built this though wasn't an Airstream person. Like, you can tell there's just little details here and there that don't make any sense at all. And some of the things are already broken, like some of those really nice drawers and just stuff like that. I'm just making a poignant observation. I can't speak today. Making a poignant observation that I would do it differently. The sink, that's pretty cool. I like the sink.
I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
A little too big of a countertop, if you ask me. I mean, if you're gonna be in a small space, yeah, you want things to put other things on.
Boulder.
So overall, he did a pretty decent job. And again, just like almost too much kitchen space. There's like way too much room for dishes, your food, and it's like, This I think was designed for short-term glamping, not like going around the country. With that in perspective, I guess that's more like what this was set up to do, and clearly built for a short person. No, 6'2". I'm a pretty big guy, but I can sit down in this and pretty squished. I don't advise this, but I do like this. However, it's like a lounging spot, you know, if it's just taking a while. I mean, you can really camp out here. Like, I could be here. And I mean, like, the bed space, like, queen, I'll take a queen in here, yes, thank you. I mean, TV, do you need a TV in such a small space if you have a projector screen? I don't know, maybe. Not for me. But yeah, ultimately, I mean, I could get used to something like this. Content creation, yes. Oh. Whew, alright. So, man, look at that glass. Dang. This new lens I have is just so much, I don't know, there's something about looking into that iris that is just, yeah, so story time. I figured, if I've done a lot of traveling already, there's going to be more traveling. I'm not going to always get to capture the moment. For instance, I had a bunch of content, a bunch of footage that I recorded and put on a hard drive, but that hard drive has failed and it cost like $1,000 to get it fixed. And I don't have, no. This is a story of when I first landed in India. This was the first country I've ever traveled to, except Canada. I mean, I went to Montreal and went to a music festival. That, I don't count that as much as I count going to a completely different side of the world and a really, exciting time for me. I was traveling to do vlogs for someone else. I was just super pumped, and I got there and the last message that I could send to the friends that I was going to meet up with said I was going to arrive at like 7 in the morning there and they'd be at the airport waiting for me. I arrived there somewhere at like 3 in the morning and I didn't have Wi-Fi. I didn't know how to plug in. Like, I thought it'd be easy, right? It's not things I like really thought about. And I was just so excited. I was like, I'm traveling to a whole nother country to film vlogs for somebody. How cool is that? I didn't think about some really basic things I should know, and I didn't know where to look. Like, it's hard to find this stuff on the internet. But so I got there early and I didn't know what to do. Finally got through, and then I picked up my bag and I was looking around and I saw like a little bit of Wi-Fi, but I was like, it's not very strong. I'm not figuring out how to connect to it. So I decided, well, maybe there will be like better, I don't know what I was thinking. I thought maybe if I just leave the airport, I could come back in. But the thing with India airports is once you cross a certain line, you are not allowed to stay in the front of the airport for a very long time. So these guys with, big heavy duty guns were guarding the front of the airport. And I was like, okay, well, I'm not going to argue with those guys. So I'm pretty nervous at this point. And I think one guy could really tell is this Indian man in a well-dressed suit. And it looked like he, was more or less could tell that I was new to this country, that I've never done anything like this before. He gave me his phone so that I could like actually try and figure out something to connect with someone. No one would respond because they're all asleep. I got there way earlier than we all expected. There was like a mix-up in the time zones and stuff like that. This guy let me be on his phone for as long as I could stay in the front. I was just searching. I was looking for a hotel at this point because I was like, I need a hotel with Wi-Fi. I'm so lost, like, please help me. I found like a decent one and I was like, okay, this seems like kind of familiar. I feel like I'll be cool to go to this hotel, grab the Wi-Fi there, and blah, blah, blah. I found out what I wanted, and then this guy in the suit, he found a man with a taxi for me, because he obviously knew I had no clue how to do this. And he found a taxi, he introduced me to the guy, and this guy spoke a little bit of English. He could understand me well enough, and I could understand him. And so I was like, okay. And so I grabbed my bag full of gear and my bag full of clothes, like pretty much the only possessions I own, and I put him in this guy's taxi, and dude, I thought I might die. I was really on this edge where I thought, okay, well, I've exhausted the resources that I know. I'm not really, in a state of mind to make the best decisions I can make right now because I'm so scared. So I just get in the car and I hope that it's gonna work out. This guy was super friendly, super nice, wasn't anything like that. He drove me straight to the hotel I looked at. So we get to the hotel, I pull out my credit card, swipe it, declined. Man, I talked to the credit card company. I made sure with everybody that I was good to go. I was like, dang it, declined. And my other card was the same company, so I swiped it, declined. So I pulled out my debit card and I had this oh no moment. Like, I don't know my PIN number to this. I don't know my PIN number to my debit card, which means I have to use cash because this won't swipe. And I'm not proud of this. This is behind the scenes footage right now, behind the scenes story. I just punched in some numbers and pretended like it wasn't working because I was too afraid to be like, dude, I forgot my debit card number. This taxi guy proceeds to drive me to various ATMs for the next 45 minutes. 45 minutes. We drive around from ATM to ATM. I feel so bad. Drove around until it was finally like, I don't know what to do, man. I'm stuck. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I just, this is just like this, and I'm in my first country. I'm on the verge. I'm sweating bullets. My brain is going wild, and I have no idea what to do. So, I was like, hey, you have a phone. Will you just take me to any hotel that's less than $40? Because I had $50 cash American in my little under the shirt security. What are those, a mini fanny pack that you put under your shirt and it's hidden, but yeah, I bought one of those. Yeah, I still have it. Yeah, got there. The hotel in total cost $34, and I hope that $14 is enough to cover everything that man did for me. I think I even tried to give him a hug, if I remember correctly, and he was kind of like, no. I was like, thank you. But yeah, it was so stressful. I remember just being so happy to be there, and I had my first Indian meal in the morning. It was provided. I was just so wildly amazed at just the lack of how much of a obnoxious, unknowing human being that I was to travel to another country and not be ready. And I was at the last airport, the last place that I could use my American cell phone and dial in my bank and just be like, hey, is everything good to go? I could have checked all of that again more than once. Ah, man. I remember being in the airport and thinking that, and I was just like, oh, it's still it still cringes inside of me. Moral of the story is, Indians are really nice people. I had such a warm welcome to India after that, and it honestly, having such a terrifying experience at the beginning really prepared the rest of my trip to just be spectacular for the next 3 weeks. I loved every single waking moment of India. So that was really cool. I also learned that you should also just, check your cards more, double check, let them know, triple check. Also know how to get a phone in another country, the specific country you're going to. If a phone, Wi-Fi, GPS, all that stuff is important to you, make sure you have some knowledge of how that works, because I couldn't have a phone in India for 3 whole weeks. It was impossible. So that's my first experience going to another faraway country. It was terrifying. I wish I knew more, but man, I'm actually really grateful for that experience, and I just know for any other time that I go to another country that doesn't speak English first, I'm gonna know things. I'm gonna be prepared. I'm also I'm also going to just be, most people in the world are really nice and will help you. That's my story to India. But yeah, that's all I have for today's story. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. I hope you got something out of that video, and I will see you guys next time.